What's up, Chosen One family? It's your boy Damien, back with another video. So this today, make sure this mic on because I'm about to get started. Today, man, we talking about these dog on malicious spirits. And I'm gonna keep it real. They have offended me. They have offended me. I'm offended by some of this behavior out here in these spiritual streets. Mm-mm-mm. Now, if you read the title, um, it probably said something like they copied you, they competed against you, they stole from you, underestimated you, they uh, pillaged, they they have just been malicious in their ways, and their main goal has been to destroy your mission. Because every chosen one here is on a mission that they are divinely sent here to do. And even before you probably aware of your mission, it's people around you that probably are more informed about what you're here to do than you are. And it makes you question. It makes you ask, like, for real on my journey, man, it was like, man, I dealt with so much hate, jealousy, envy, and I couldn't understand why. I couldn't understand why uh, I was receiving energy like that because I was always cool dude, giving spirit. I always wanted to see people win. Even above myself, like I promote, I'll put you in position to win because like it didn't mean that much to me on a deep soul level. It was like sometimes I even got great energy off of seeing people reach accolades that meant something to me. But it always came down to when you started to walk your own road or you started to stray from giving them the much needed energy that they required, that they became very malicious in their spirits, malicious in their ways. And as I've progressed on my journey, I've seen and recognized many toxic people that never had any great intentions for me. And I'm pretty sure as a chosen one, you can relate to this. You know, uh, and if you are chosen and you've been like progressing like you should have, you're probably in a place right now where uh, you went through all of this spiritual warfare, the gang stalking, the destiny swap, the psychic attacks, the uh, energy vampires, and now these people are trying to harvest your energy, and they're coming up probably by the the they're coming up in gang numbers. They're like, man, like uh look, it's like Satan sent them and said, this is the final attempt. Send everything you got. And these people are basically performing the same tricks. They're just remixing them. And it's very interesting that sometimes I think these people aren't even aware, truly aware of what they're doing. And they're like pawns for the dark force and don't even know it. And it's like they signed a contract to come here and destroy you, and maybe they would receive 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 everlasting wealth. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Uh, maybe that was their promise from Satan or the dark one. I don't know, but these people are very ambitious in the way they move and how focused they are on you. And if you're chosen, you probably wishing these people well. You wishing them well, but they just won't stop with their foolishness, their lies, them spitting on your name, them trying to make sure they win whatever game they created at all cost. But now it's reached a very disrespectful level because before there was criticism, and now these people have come as far as straight copycatting. And you probably experienced this all along your path, people copycatting, stealing, but it's very strong right now, and they're copycatting as this remix effort to somehow emotionally wreck you, right? And it's pretty good. I'm offended that you would criticize my path. And now you trying to copycat and pillage. I am offended. But I want to tell you something here. These folks have signed a contract and they're writing the final scenes in a movie and they don't even know it. And that's why I say, are they truly know their pawns from some dark forces? Because them coming up against you is like them coming up against God. And it makes no sense. Even some of them claim to be believers in God. Some of them may even be pastors. Some of them may be on the internet every day talking about God, but they're coming up against the chosen one to destroy what God has ordained. And narcissistic characteristics, their gaslighting, their manipulation. And it is mind blowing that they're just writing a resume with the dark one. And they're writing the final scene. And at this point, they are so deep. It doesn't matter which way they turn, the fall has occurred. And it's unfortunate. I don't wish anything on anybody. But to be honest, these people have earned some spots. They have earned their spot. And they have no idea what goes on behind the scenes with this magic and spell work, black magic and spell work they're doing, with this gang stalking and psychic attacks and all of this stuff. And I'm gonna say, for personally me, I might hop on a camera and I look okay, but behind the scenes I go through a lot. I mean, I had one heck of a week, and it was very unordinary, and it was unordinary way beyond what I'm usually living in. My life is very peaceful, and I enjoy my peace. I earned it. I lived a long life. And I know for any chosen one, peace is refreshing to finally make it to the point to where you went through years of chaos, ups and downs and roller coasters where you may have had to be resilient and be in places and be in spots that you felt on a whole nother trajectory. This wasn't your life. And you're living a life that you're not supposed to and watching other people live your life. But you didn't become jealous. You didn't become envious. You didn't start hating. You worked through all of these doggone trials to get yourself where you needed to get yourself. You passed test after test. When you failed, you got back up. When you didn't get it right, you yelled, you probably cried, you screamed and said, "Why me?" And by this time you have an understanding why. You have an understanding why you got the trials. And you understand that with every great trial came great power if you can look at it in a review. And these people steadily are doing this craziness and celebrating. Their egos are so high. They're jumping up, celebrating, they're clapping, and they are just, they probably are having the time of their life, or they're on the brink of the great fall. Either way, it doesn't matter because true success is not destroying another person. True victory is not, and a true win is not a win at the cost of somebody else. This is a very much a lack mindset. And this is a very low vibrational, devilish type way. Oh, okay. I thought the camera stopped. I was about to flip. But overall, what I'm saying is I was watching this movie, The Beekeeper, and in the movie, The Beekeeper, this dude, all he wanted to do was feed the high, feed the take care of his beehive, right? And this was what he enjoyed doing. And this was brought him major peace. And he was extremely grateful for this woman that took him in because he said nobody had ever shown me this type of love and taken me in. I've been on this journey, and she had no idea who he really was. And but she just showed him extended love to him, unconditioned, without any condition, right? And he was grateful for this because he had not been shown that a lot in his life, just this unconditioned love, right? And then these grifter con artists, obsessed with their superficial lifestyles, came and robbed this lady through some type of computer scam, uh, over the phone computer scam, and wiped out all her accounts, life savings accounts, and she had like policies, and she had like doggone grants that were for children. She had all type of stuff, and they talked her up and said we can download this and we can do this and we can get, because her computer started having errors, and she called the number. Of course, it was this scamming company, and they end up downloading and wiping out all of her accounts. She committed suicide. So these people took the one thing that this beekeeper had adored in his life. They woke up a sleeping beast. And this beekeeper, his in his past life, he was the highest trained and skilled combat person that the earth has ever known. And he was off like papers to where not even the certain parts of the government didn't know people like this exist, or a culture like this exist. And they killed the one thing, or the one person that he truly admired, that showed him and gave him peace. This guy went on a rampage and made it his mission to take down every single pretending kind artist, fake, that was unbalanced in the scales. And at all cost, he completed his mission. And his number one goal as a person in this culture was to balance the scales when government and systems and structures and the people become unbalanced in the level of what's important, what truly matters for the whole hive, the group as a whole. So he had the FBI after him, the CIA. He had all of these operations after him, uh, Even though they knew what he was doing were right, they were trying to take him down. But he was specifically trained to execute at the level that he executed. And I won't tell the whole movie. Maybe you guys want to watch it. But what I'm saying here is ego is a hell of a drug, man. And sometimes, man, and I said this on my channel before, sometimes people can get so caught up in vanity and superficial and think it means the world and think they are just, like I said, some of these people are just probably jumping up and down, celebrating, thinking they just taking down uh uh some person. I just didn't like him. And they have no idea sometimes who they're dealing with and and who someone is. You know what I'm saying? And somebody can be like the accountant. Somebody can be the beekeeper. Somebody could be security. Somebody could be the chef. You know what I'm saying? The trash man. And these people can have very much a skill set. What's that movie Taken when he said, when they took his daughter, he's like, I have a particular set of skill sets. I want my daughter back. But these people can have a particular skill sets that can make life a living hell. And truly, let's put this in theory right now. What if theoretically there was a chosen soul on earth who worked both realms, the heavens and the hells, and he was designated or she was designated some job to where their job was to give out love and give it out unconditioned to people who probably never had it, and see how these people would treat them or respond to them. And if the people responded in with malicious and very devious hearts, this chosen one soul that worked between the two realms said, "Hey, this one right here, I think you can assign them to hell on earth." And if the person showed genuine love, just because that was their heart, and they appreciated having somebody who really cared about them, having somebody that showed them love without any condition, they said, and that chosen one soul said, "Hey, this person, they're one of the great ones. Put them on a list for heaven." And what I'm saying is, I guess I'm saying this and I'm talking to these toxic karmic people. Hey, some things just aren't worth it. And to the chosen one, don't allow yourself to be moved with illusion and stay on your path because you walk with something that is very unique and you walk in the name and you're ordained by the Most High. And I know it's hard and I know it can get rough and I know sometimes it can be lonely, but it's not actually what you experience, it's who you become. And if you can walk through trials that no man or woman is willing to, just imagine who or what you become. With that said, I was about to say I'm out, but with that said, let these fools do what they do. I'm out.